from being accused of causing earthquakes to trying to find anything in sight to eat.
Don't eat the PS4. Buddy, oh, that was not a fork.
These are the times CaseOh got humiliated online. So let's start with one of his funniest but humiliating moments ever. The time CaseOh's friend Sketch absolutely destroyed him while they were playing games together.
Like to move like water.
Like water, huh?
You know what I'm saying? You move like a glacier. I move like water, you move like a glacier, brother.
Now, you would think a friend might make one or two jokes, but not Sketch. Sketch went all in, roasting CaseOh like there was no tomorrow. It started off with one little joke, maybe something about how bad CaseOh was playing that day, but then Sketch just kept going in, and each joke was funnier than the last.
Cody here. Zach ain't Cody. Roof shaking, he's upstairs. This ultra realistic, they said.
CaseOh just couldn't catch a break. But here's the thing, instead of getting upset or tired of it, CaseOh was having just as much fun as everyone else. You can tell he's used to being roasted by his friends, and he's always ready to laugh at himself, which only made Sketch keep going even more. But here's where things get even funnier. Imagine getting roasted by a robot version of yourself. Yeah, that happened. Recently, CaseOh decided to interact with an AI version of himself, like a computer version of CaseOh that could talk and joke around just like him. And let me tell you, this AI was way too good at roasting him. It was like watching CaseOh roast himself.
Hello?
Hello, eats waffle, munch, munch.
How much do you weigh?
350 lbs.
What? How many waffles are you eating?
I'm on my 20th one.
The AI knew exactly how to make fun of him, and CaseOh was loving it. He couldn't stop laughing, and neither could his fans. It's one thing when your friends joke about you, but when a robot version of yourself is in on the fun, that's next level shit. And of course, his audience went wild with it, making the chat blow up with even more jokes about CaseOh. Now, speaking of his fans, they're pretty ruthless too. CaseOh's audience has no problem throwing jokes his way, and they do it all the time. Every day his chat is full of people roasting him with the funniest comments, and CaseOh just rolls with it. He doesn't mind it at all. In fact, he seems to love it.
Who just called me Playboy cardiac arrest? What are you Chad, guess what I ate today? So I said everything. I didn't eat everything.
One time he asked his viewers what they thought he ate for the day, and one of them commented, a planet. Like, can you imagine?
Chad, guess what I ate right before stream, like 5 minutes before stream? I bet nobody in here can guess. A planet. No!
Like, who even thinks of that? But that's the kind of stuff his fans come up with. And instead of getting mad, CaseOh just laughs and plays along. It's that kind of fun energy between CaseOh and his viewers that makes his stream so awesome. He's always joking and always laughing, always keeping the vibe light no matter how hard they roast him. Okay, now the next one is wild. There was an earthquake in Japan, right? And while most people would be really freaked out by something like that, CaseOh's fans saw it as another chance to mess with him. He woke up to a ton of notifications thinking it must be something important. But when he checked his phone, it was just fans tagging him, saying that he was the reason for the earthquake.
What did you do yesterday to cause a Japan earthquake? Okay, I wake up this morning and all I see is people replying to stuff talking about, oh, CaseOh was going crazy. Yo, what did CaseOh do? Yo, what was CaseOh doing there? And I'm like, wait, what are they talking about? And I scroll up and it's a video of an earthquake.
His fans were seriously trolling him, saying he was so big that he caused an earthquake all the way in Japan. And the best part, CaseOh couldn't stop laughing about it. He didn't take it seriously at all, he just laughed it off. And it doesn't stop there. His fans come up with the craziest jokes. One time, someone commented that they invented double doors because of CaseOh.
Who just said you're the reason they invented the double door?
I mean, double doors, really? But I guess that's common CaseOh humor. Another time, someone joked that CaseOh had ordered everything off the McDonald's menu.
Case, do we go to the same McDonald's location? I went out the other day and the menu was sold out.
Like bro, ordering every single thing, CaseOh couldn't stop laughing at that one. And neither could the rest of the chat. The way his fans come up with these jokes, it's like they made roasting him into a sport. And hey, it's not just his fans who try to roast him. Even big streamers like Ninja have taken shots at CaseOh. But here's the thing, when Ninja tried to crack a joke about CaseOh, it didn't really work out. Instead of being funny, it ended up being super cringy.
That CaseOh, his name is Queso, the cheese, because he's so massive.
Ninja thought he was being clever, but it totally backfired. The comments started roasting Ninja. Instead, people were just saying things like, Ninja's been mentioning CaseOh so much lately, almost like he's trying to ride on CaseOh's train. So instead of making fun of CaseOh, Ninja ended up humiliating himself instead. And guess what? Even his fans made a news channel meme that talked about CaseOh. It was clear that CaseOh didn't really like what they had to say.
Breaking news. Paycheck to paycheck, scraping for dimes, Twitch streamer CaseOh has...
Dude, it gets worse every single time! They just add to it every single time! Like it can't just be paycheck to now it's scraping for dimes! Buddy, what?!
But like always, he just shrugged it off. He's really good at taking a joke, even when it's from a news channel. Then there was this time when he got a box of fan mail and he was so sure that it had chocolate bars inside. And of course, he was right. It was chocolate, but his fans still roasted him for guessing it.
Okay, from the feel of this, I can tell this is multiple chocolate bars. Thank you for the absolutely massive amount of chocolate bars.
It's like no matter what he does, his fans are always ready to mess with him. But nothing beats the time when his viewers told him not to eat a PlayStation 4. And then, all of a sudden, you hear this noise that sounded like a fart.
Don't eat the PS4. Buddy, oh, that was not a fork.
It was like he was actually about to try to eat a PS4. His fans went nuts, and they didn't give him a break for that one. They kept the jokes coming, and there was non-stop laughter after that.
Somebody said bro has a fork on standby.
It's moments like this that makes CaseOh's stream interesting. He's always down for a good joke, even when it's at his own expense of trying to get humiliated. And here's something that makes CaseOh even cooler. He's not just good at taking jokes from others, he's the best at roasting himself. Seriously, no one can make fun of CaseOh better than he can. One time, CaseOh teamed up with another super popular streamer, Jinxie, and decided to have some fun with it. Instead of waiting for Jinxie or the chat to roast him, CaseOh took things into his own hands and started cracking jokes about himself.
How much do you weigh? I weighed in this morning at 119. What you laughing at?
Kilograms or pounds?
What?
It was so funny because you could tell CaseOh was just going all in, making fun of his own weight and laughing the entire time. And Jinxie, oh, he was loving it. But the best part is how CaseOh totally owns it. He's not the type to shy away from the joke or get embarrassed. He jumps right into the fun. A lot of people might get upset if they were being made fun of all the time, but CaseOh, he makes sure everyone knows he's in on the joke, having just as much fun as they are. You would think by now that CaseOh would catch a little break, right? I mean, after all the roasting from his friends, his fans, even robots, there's gotta be a moment where things calm down. Well, no, not even close. Because guess what? Even the games he plays roast him. And they do it right in front of his fans. One time, CaseOh was playing this game where his character had to step on a scale. Seems simple enough, right? Just a regular part of the game. But when CaseOh stepped on the scale, and oh man, it totally called him out. The game had some kind of special joke ready just for him, and it was like it knew him all too well. CaseOh looked so shocked and frustrated, like really? Even the game's making fun of me now? And of course, his fans were loving it. They were cracking up in the chat, and you could tell CaseOh was trying so hard not to lose it. And it doesn't stop there. Just when you think he's only getting roasted online, one of his fans decided to take things to a whole new level. This fan actually called CaseOh out in real life. Yeah, you heard that right. Someone decided to hold up a giant sign for everyone to see. And what did it say? It was about how big CaseOh is. Imagine walking around and seeing a huge sign in front of a crowd. Queso was totally caught off guard, and the look of his face was priceless. But even then, Queso didn't get mad or embarrassed. He just laughed it off, like always. That's what makes his streams and his fans' interactions so fun. Whether it's in a game or out in the real world, Queso just rolls with the punches and keeps good vibes going. Don't matter if it's humiliating or not.